As we inch closer and closer to the start of the regular season for the Los Angeles Chargers, we want to keep you, the fan, informed on what you can expect from the team this season. And to help us break it all down, we call on CBS LA Sports Director Jim Hill.
It's easy to say what the Chargers' biggest strength is. It's their quarterback in Phillip Rivers. He is the man on that team. He is the man. He's the face of that organization. He's done everything so well for so long that everyone respects him, everyone believes him, everyone trusts him. And when you have trust, that's what you got to have in your quarterback. When you have trust like the Chargers do in Phillip Rivers, you can go a long way. One of the glaring weaknesses for the Chargers right now has got to be at their running back position where Melvin Gordon is still holding out. However, there is a glimmer of hope as far as him coming back and joining the team, because now when you look at the 53-man roster, his name is on that roster. So that tells me that the Chargers think that there is some progress that can be made, and it can be made in a hurry to get Melvin Gordon back into the fold. I think from a defensive standpoint for the Chargers, it's going to have to be done by committee this year. And one of the reasons for that is they lost their fine defensive back in Derwin James, and he's going to be gone for a while. And so when you lose someone like that, especially in the secondary, that's a huge gap. That's a big hole to fill. So that means that they're going to have to play, everybody has to play better than they did before. You have to rise your game up to the level of competition. That's what Anthony Lynn believes in. He knows that on the defensive side of the ball, there could be some soft spots, but he also knows that if they play as one instead of playing as individuals, then they can be successful. The Chargers last year had a record of 12-4. I think they can get back to that record. I really do, because there's a hunger that this team has that I noticed when I was with them back in New England when they got beat by the Patriots. Not only were they disappointed that they lost the game, they were angry at themselves because of what they did, because of their lack of fundamentals. Whenever you get into the playoffs and the competition is even, or the competition is just a little bit better than you got to be fundamentally sound. You can't miss tackles. You can't blow assignments. You can't drop passes. You can't do those things, because when you do in the playoffs, it will show and it will magnify tremendously. So I think the Chargers, I think they're going to improve on that record of last year, because there's an anger in that locker room that has been boiling over all offseason long.
Jim, we appreciate the knowledge. The Chargers, they open their season on September the 8th at home against the Indianapolis Colts. Curtis Silva for CBS LA.